Okay, and we're back. We're back with Dwight. If you didn't see the last episode with Dwight's story, from rags to riches, from homeless to hopeful.
Yes.
Dwight told us a little bit about his story, coming here as a permanent resident, not having to do any paperwork like the rest of us, and just his experience with coming and expecting to live with family and it not really going like that. So now,
So got back for it. So I finished school, and then I went back home for a few months. Yeah. So I came back home. I was home for a few months. Yeah. So I came back home for a few months. So I was home for about 3-4 months, and then I went back to Canada again with no plans, like the first time. Just come back, like guessing that I would get a job. And while I was in Jamaica, I'd been applying to some jobs, but had no...
Applying to jobs in Canada?
Yeah, applying to jobs in Canada, but I had no interviews, nothing, right?
You never heard back from anybody?
Yeah,
and were you applying like through like Indeed and...
Yeah, and through the Centennial website to apply as well.
That's good information there.
Yeah.
So the schools here, we don't have every school.
Yes, basically,
school.
yeah. Every school, like even U of T has like a job application site and
job application site. So they have jobs posted. Mm-hmm. That's of course,
it's for entry level
jobs from people from university, from school. Mm-hmm. So that's a good resource.
Yeah, they're actually like that is actually better than the typical like Indeed and stuff. Like people are more responsive. So I applied to work at the gym at the school. And then, as I mentioned before, I had worked with the residents. So I kind of, through that previous working experience, I got a job with that same company at another college.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was actually doing 3 jobs actually. So I was staying at my friend's place, right? And like the next day I wanted to just like, I don't know, I was just in this almost adrenaline. Almost like
ambition. Yeah. Sleep on that. When I need my bed.
Yeah, basically it's like adrenaline. So I'm trying to find stuff. So I found this thing called Quick Staff, where they basically hire people to replace people when they're sick.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, so like people who are on maternity leave or temporary workers.
Yeah, and they just like supply you to different places. So I put in my resume with Quick Staff, and that job would call me in the day off when they need me, right? The morning. So I was working in some factory packing frozen food sometimes, and I was working. It was 2 locations that they would kind of tell me to go to, but I was doing that like immediately after getting to Canada and still going to interviews. So I went to an interview to work at the gym at my school, and I also went for an interview to the other campus, similar position, like it was a front desk job. And I got those 2 jobs. I was
front desk job at a school.
Yeah, at the school dorm. Yeah. So I was doing those 3 jobs. The hours at like the gym and at the dorm kind of worked out to be about like a 40 or like 50-hour week, kind of, I think. Yeah, sometimes
which is
more
fine
than,
because by that time you're a permanent resident. You came here as a permanent resident,
yes,
not as a student, not on a student visa.
Yes.
The hours for a student are different.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah. So I stopped the Quick Staff job and was just bouncing between those 2. And while I was there, I moved to a family friend's place. So these people are Caribbean people as well. While I was there, it was a temporary situation. I was just like staying on a mattress in like their like almost like computer room kind of thing. Yeah.
You're almost homeless.
Right? I was fully fully. Yeah, fully.
You can imagine, left him good. Yeah, in Jamaica, that's what my father-in-law would say.
Yeah. Like I was looking for places the whole time. I would call for a place close to my dorm, the dorm place where I was working rather, and they'd be like, yes, come look. I go to the place, they open the door, they see my face, they're like, no place available, and close the door. So that is kind of like a part of the racism-ish thing. Yeah, no place available. And like, so there was...
Did that happen more than once?
Yeah, but it was like the very informal, like the more like a cash staying at a place for cash is not like a proper thing, right? So when I start getting that's like when if you're looking for a place on like Kijiji or something like that, right? So I started to look on more legitimate sites where these people are following the law.
Yeah.
And even then, there like another place that I was finding that was fairly promising. It was like a Trinidadian family, and they gave me a contract. So these people are, fully legit. But it was a basement anyway. You say that.
The basements are legit.
Yeah, but
some of them.
Yeah, but I was a bit opposed to a basement, even though I was not living in any lavish situation prior. I was opposed to a basement, just like the lack of light and everything. So
it's for real, the lack of light thing.
Yeah, especially winter. There's already no light outside, and then you not even have proper windows. So
no, I feel like in the summer it's worse. You know why?
Oh.
Because you get home and it's a beautiful day like this, like a time like this, and you're going down into a dungeon. There's time when it was summer and it was like right as I get home. Right now, guys, it's 7:22 and the sky is still blue p.m. I would sit in my car in the driveway until the sun went down.
Osh.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, the struggle.
The struggle is real.
But we're not really there yet. But we're moving.
We're moving.
But yeah, so this basement had some big windows, kind of lit, but not, still. So anyway, my sister is an attorney, and I asked her to look at the rental agreement. Yeah, and I told the people that I had an attorney look at it. I never tell them that is my sister. Tell me why these people say, well, if you don't trust us, we don't want you to live here. So because I get a legal opinion.
To protect yourself.
Exactly, which I don't know why that was.
There's no problem.
Yeah, why they took offense, but they were like, yeah, we don't want you to stay here because you had a lawyer look at the contract. So
when you hear something like that, you must know there's something going on or something.
Yeah, so then, and that was like right when I was ready to sign it. So it was kind of like after that experience, as one of the very, very close experiences for me to actually have my space, I was just like, you know what, I don't want to deal with a person, I'll deal with a company. So I started looking at apartment buildings now. So
this time you're still living with your relative?
Yeah, my family friend. Yeah, my family friend. Yeah.
Family friend.
So then another drama. This lady that was like a coordinator in the engineering department of my campus, we were always friendly, right? So she said she lived right in front of the Centennial campus, and she's like, hey, you still looking for a place? You can stay with me. So I moved in with her, right? And again, staying on a mattress, but I had like more, it was kind of like more like my space, but her apartment was like super messy. She had like a cat. Basically, like it just kind of created a distance between me and her too, because I don't know, like people will think that I smoke a lot of weed and all that stuff, but I'm very, what would be the term? Like I don't do that stuff. I don't drink a lot. I don't. Yeah, you know.
He's not the stereotype black
Yeah, yeah.
disappear person.
Yeah. So
He's a good friend.
Yeah, exactly. So she would just like be smoking weed the whole time in the apartment, and just like, I don't know, just like it was not a cool vibe, especially coming from people who are like you know, have them family and have clean them house and all of that stuff, and then she just have cat hair everywhere, and me just try to keep that cat out of my space and off of my clothes and all of that stuff.
All space is the cat's space.
Yeah.
You are in the cat's space.
And then the next thing now, so this is just for 1 month. So I'm moving for a month. So I move. No. But so I'm living there for a little bit, like a few weeks. I start applying I still applying to some other jobs. Basically, so I working at those 2 jobs, and my roommate got a job at a place that through his diploma that he got from Centennial. So I was like, oh, that pay nice. So you know, it's not like I was doing a dream job. I was just doing 2 part-time regular jobs. So I was like, let me find someone who will give me some money. So one of the places I applied to, I like got hired like really quick. Like after I did their CAD test, they were just like, wow, yeah, like when can you start, you know? Oh, so I have a bit more of a budget to work with. So I started to look more for places. And at that time, my roommate, she owned the space, she owned the condo. So I paid her for 1 month, and I think now maybe the second month, she's like, is that the amount we agreed on? You know, I think we should be splitting it half and half.
Yes, no, you should split it in 3. You, she, and the cat.
No, so she said, I think we should split it half and half. And I said, no, but me just have this little place where me stay and isolate myself. She have her everything spread out in everywhere. And our cat just you know, and just smoke weed, and me just feel so uncomfortable in space. So she said, no, man, I want some more money. So
question for you. Why do you think you had to live there? Was it a case that the places at the time were not very affordable, or just because you thought it would have been okay? What made you not just, because it's not like when you were looking for places there weren't places, right? There were places.
There were some sketchy places. And like at that, so before I kind of had this 9-to-5 job, along with my dorm job, I was kind of working with a much smaller budget.
Yeah.
So after I got that job,
so the things that fit within your budget were sketchy.
Yeah.
So anything above your budget that would not be sketchy just wasn't feasible at the time. You weren't sure when you were going to get that job, so you were in these situations. It was kind of like a budgetary constraint.
Yeah. Not necessarily that I couldn't afford it at all, but just sustainability. You just don't know how long. Also the jobs were part-time, right? So there were cases where I may not get a shift or blah blah.
So it's unpredictable. It's not defined sure income.
Yeah, so now I had a full-time job. This job would give me benefits eventually, blah 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 blah, etc. So I was like, you know what? Okay. I know what this is going to be like.
Which is a good move.
I know what this is going to be like. So let me now try to find a place, especially this person. Like it galvanized me to like really, you know, find a place, because she's trying to make me pay half of her mortgage. Yeah.
Not to rent.
Her mortgage. Yeah, she wants me to pay half of her mortgage. So I found a place, and I'm like, you know what? This is not working out. I'm just going to be going. So